We already talked about the dress code and the laws. So we did have a different type of question, which is what is the cost of living versus the median income in the UAE? I got some facts here because I research and stuff like that. But go ahead, because you work.
I have no clue what the median income is. I know I need more income.
Don't we all? I ain't got no income.
I need more income. In all seriousness, cost of living, I would compare it to like the DC metro area, primarily because I'm familiar with it. That's where we were for the 5 years prior to coming here. So there are places that are expensive if you want to live in the heart of DC or where it's happening, or maybe, I don't know, Georgetown or like Arlington on the Virginia side. You'll pay for that. But if you want to exchange the cost of your housing for a commute, you can pay a lot less. Like we lived out in Woodbridge, was a further commute, but we were able to get enough house for all of her kids. So that was a trade-off. But I had an hour, sometimes an hour and a half commute.
Mine was similar.
Yeah. So it's kind of the same concept. I mean, it was as far as the price point, pretty much on par with DC, the metro area.
Yeah. Okay. So as it relates to income, I'll give you like a guesstimate of what people get paid, but of course it all depends on how your negotiation skills, what your qualifications are, the type of job that you're able to secure before moving here. Just like with anything else, your experience, that'll determine how much you get paid. But it says here for the average accountant in Dubai, they would get paid 69,481 dirham, which equals $18,932 US dollars. So the dirham basically fluctuates, but it's around 3.67, 3.65 ish per dollar. So
the other thing that kind of I guess is great for corporations, maybe not so great for the applicant population, is that there are a ton of people here looking for work. So there's always enough individuals to hire for the corporations. But the flip side is, you're competing, and sometimes that drives the salaries down. Companies don't necessarily bargain to see who they can pay the most to. They're trying to get the most out of their dollars. So just like the accountants or a lot of the office workers or retail, this is a very popular destination to come and find work. So the competition, I would suggest, is a lot greater. I don't know what to compare that to in the United States, but there are tons of people here looking for work, and somebody's going to take a job, quite honestly. So
something that's also big here and in Abu Dhabi is the teaching jobs, and I guess that's true for a lot of foreign type countries. A lot of people travel for teaching. I got some facts and stats for the teaching salaries here. It can be as low as 5,000 dirham per month, which is like $1,300 a month, which is crazy, and that's for private school. On the rare occasion, depending on your experience, you can get up to 20,000 dirham, which is like $5,449. And in public school, I'm assuming these are Arabic speaking teachers if it's a public school, right? Well, you could get up to 25,000 dirham, which is $6,811 a month, which is really good. So I see why a lot of people, there are a ton of teachers I've met in my networking type things. A lot of people are here for teaching. I see why. What do you think?
You should be a teacher.
I am.
Good job.
But I don't get paid, y'all. What's the next question? Where are the cheapest areas to live in? We ain't in it. Isn't Deer like the cheapest, like one of the cheapest areas, or Murdoch? Like you get a lot more house for your money.
Yeah.
In Murdoch.
I mean, there are a lot of pockets of where the living expenses are a lot cheaper. I don't know. I might have to owe an answer on that one because I just know where I was looking in the areas that I was looking specifically when I came out here. The price points were similar, like you mentioned, Murdoch.
Right.
Murdoch is probably
It's nice. Their mall is amazing.
about 25-minute drive with no traffic, which is never the case when you're trying to get to work. My commute probably would have been about an hour and a half. In Murdoch, we probably wouldn't have gotten any more housing than we got right now. So the area that we ended up in is Jameer Village Circle. Relatively new area that's still developing, but it's might be 8 miles from my job, if that. So my commute on a good day is about 15 minutes. Sometimes coming home, it can get up to 30 or 45 minutes because of the current flow of traffic at one particular point. But I found a couple of other ways to go, so maybe 30 minutes max getting home unless something weird is going on. So,
Or some new Jordans have been released.
I just go get those on lunch. That's a lunch break.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I think you already answered this question. Are there opportunities for work and what type?
I'm hiring right now, but I won't put that on this video.
No, use that.
I've heard, like, I work for a government contractor, U.S. government contractor, so the market that we serve has been pretty strong. But I do hear, when I'm out and about or talking to other folks that are in other industries that, the job market is shrinking. The economy is not as good as it used to be at one point. As a matter of fact, I have a friend that works for one of the major telecom providers here, and he's mentioned that on a few occasions that economy's kind of tanking a little bit as far as jobs in the commercial sector. So I'm kind of in a bubble to a degree because of the world in which I work is as it would be if I was in the States. What makes sense about my company's position here in Dubai is that the contracts that I support are in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Africa. So from a geographical perspective, it makes sense to have a presence here. But for non-U.S. government contractors, I really don't know. I don't know. That doesn't provide for us, so not as concerned.
Not concerned at all. Number 14. I don't think that's the 14 questions that we skipping around.
I'm just sending you to writing class.
My writing is bomb. Life, get it.
This is what type of economy is supported? Capitalist, socialist, is not socialist at all. Everybody that can make a dollar is making a dollar and maximizing their profit to the greatest extent. So it's very opportunity driven, but people do lose on investments here. Not that that's foreign to anywhere else, but I've heard stories of builders coming in, doing half the job and leaving. Getting a huge amount of cash to start a project and running off with it. There's definitely a bunch of opportunities that from my perspective, which is kind of the way the world doesn't make it right, but opportunity driven. Maybe within subcultures you'll see more of a what's the word for it? When you do what's good for all. Is that utilitarian? I don't know.
Socialist?
I was trying to throw a big word in there for the episode. But it backfired.
Okay.
You'll see a lot of cultures sticking together.
Yeah.
You do see that. You'll see a lot of families that, big families living together, living in compounds, or multiple components of a family in one unit or things like that. So, yeah.
Okay, so the next question is kind of just for me, but for you as well. Do they have black hair care products? And is it difficult to find a hairdresser? Okay, so the struggle is so real to find hair care products for me and my kids because we're all natural. Our sons have dreads, one has a puff. I mean, I have natural hair, my girls have natural hair. So when we first moved here, I felt like, where the beauty supply store is at. Like, it's not a traditional type of beauty supply situation, but there's so many different African cultures and things here that I see people getting their hair done, but it's like, where are you getting your hair done at? So I had to do a lot of research. I ended up going to a beauty supply store in Diera. How far is that away? Like 30 minutes?
About 25 minutes on a good day.
So they did have some items, but they didn't have everything that I was used to, and you're not gonna find it in the grocery store like Carrefour and things like that. You'll find more mass produced type of things like a regular Pantene or a Garnier, or like mainstream type hair care products, but not necessarily for our texture of hair. So I found that whenever we have someone coming to visit us, we just put in our order and have them bring it. I'm assuming that if the demand were higher, if I had the funds, I'd open me up a little beauty supply store in our little maid's room downstairs. I think we make a killing. No? Okay, well, that was my idea. But you can find African American hair care products. It is more difficult, and you just gotta research and figure it out with whatever it is that you need. But you can still use Amazon for a lot of products. You can still order from Walmart for a lot of products. Target delivers some items. We found a website called myus.com where it's basically like a P.O. box thing, in the States. So you get your items shipped to it. Ours is in Florida. So you get your items shipped there, and then they'll put it all together for you and ship it here for a lesser shipping price than if we were to get it shipped normally. Finding a hairdresser, I don't trust anyone with my hair, so that's not a problem, but you have found a barber, right?
Yeah, so I found the lesser evil, I say. In the States, I would normally cut my own hair. I cut my hair probably since I was 10. Wasn't as great when I was 10, but that's when I got my first set of clippers, and then I went through a phase where I got lazy and just
didn't do your hair
and supported a couple of my boys that were barbers. But my clippers, clippers and edgers didn't work here. Of course, it's a different power supply. It's 220 here. But even with the step down converters, ended up wasting some money trying to find a good step down converter that would convert it to a U.S. currency. But the motor was still humming really high, and so I just kind of abandoned that. Then I bought some clippers here, and just not that great. I've cut my hair a couple of times, but I found there's a barbershop in the building that I work in, which is pretty common. That's probably another question, just location of things. But the third barber that I use there, he's been pretty consistent for the last few months. So
his edge up, you good?
No.
You straight?
Aside from my hairline running away,
that's all right.
I don't need you to placate me.
No. All right. right. Along with the hair care products, what other major brands can be found? I.e., like Palmer's lotion and things like that. I have one in here, so you can find things. You know, from the U.S. here, you can find their isn't Carrefour or Waitrose? That's like a London-based grocery or something like that.
I don't know where Waitrose is, but the vegetables are crazy.
Expensive or delicious?
I don't look at prices. I don't know.
What? You just buy stuff.
I'm the worst food shopper ever.
True story. High five for some acceptance.
I don't want to support that.
No, but that's good. You to accept. Yes, y'all hear that? Hallelujah. So you can find things here. You can find things from all over the world. In our Carrefour, which is right down the way.
Y'all see that, right? That's right.
The Carrefour is right over there, right? It's close to the house. It's our grocery store. It's like our Walmart, kind of like our version of Walmart. Everything is imported basically, so you can have your cabbage from Holland today or your tomatoes from Belgium today. So you can find things from other countries and things that you would normally find. They have a Mac store here, y'all. They got Sephora. They have it all. And a lot of the what we would consider foreign brand stores like Centerpoint and things like that, they have very good alternatives to what we're used to in the States as well, in my opinion.
They have Nike.
They do. Ooh, they got Converse. Here's the thing.
They have Lacoste too.
What else?
I don't know.
They got Jordans here. That's Nike.
That's the extent for me.
That's it.
They have a Jordan store, a flagship store that opened up here, and it's terrible.
Is it? But you don't want the inside track, like the mailing list, like they call you and say, hey, we getting.
The Jordan store is disappointing. It's in Dubai Mall. It's a big hoopla.
It was bad.
It's disappointing.
But they do like the, what is it? The lottery and stuff here too, like they do in the States.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can get whatever it is that you need or that you're looking for here.
I don't have a lot of shoes, so I don't know.
All right, here's your question. Question 17.
Can you purchase or consume alcohol? Technically, yes. Yes, you can. The law, there's a provision in the laws for that.
And?
It'll trip me up. That's what I do.
Okay, so yes, there are bars and things like that here. If you would like to consume alcohol in your own home, there is a license that you need to purchase for that. And they can card you for your license in public as well, right?
I think unless it's been updated or my interpretation is wrong, it's illegal to consume alcohol without an alcohol license. But only residents can apply for an alcohol license. So what do the tourists do?
Go to the bars.
Drink. But, I mean,
or they go to the duty free, right? You can.
It's applicable to have it in the country, period.
See, I don't understand.
At least in Dubai. I don't know if that's true for other Emirates, but there's actually an application process to get an alcohol license.
And how lengthy was that process?
I don't know. You have to research.
Ooh. Okay. Next question. What type of documents do you need to move to Dubai? What type of documents do you need in order to move to Dubai, and what is the visa process? This question, we'll give you a short answer, but we're gonna have to do a separate in-depth document process video because it's
Research
a lot. Research and plan.
It's not difficult, but there's multi-steps that you have to do. For the most part, it's document attestation or legalization. You have to get the county that it was issued in. Then you have to get the state to confirm it. Then you have to get the U.S. Embassy to confirm it. Then you have to get the UAE Embassy in DC to confirm it. Then when you get here, you have to take it to the embassy here, the UAE Embassy here, to confirm that it was confirmed in the States. and you pay everybody money, and they stamp you, and you sit in long queues to spend 5 minutes and several.
But we'll do a wonderful in-depth conversation video situation
I
about
don't want
that.
to do that. That was painful for me.
It's okay, but we need to, because we love you guys and in support of knowledge for the people. We'll bite the bullet, right? Okay, great. I think we answered this question earlier too. It is it true what is said about the wealth in Dubai and the architecture? Yes. Architecture.
Is it true about the wealth? Those that have it, yeah, they do have it.
And got it.
And those that don't,
And got it.
Is everybody walking around here with
Bugattis
gold
and
shoes and diamond teeth?
Diamond teeth?
That's not a sign of wealth.
diamond teeth. Where are we in Nolans?
That's alert.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Anywho,
Golden it.
it is hard to. It's hard to stunt here.
Because everybody got it.
Not because everybody got it,
But
but
you know
it's common. So things that you would not see on a regular basis in most places in the U.S. I got maybe if you went like in Miami, South Beach,
Yeah, it's like, oh, there's a Lamborghini. Okay, great. Basically.
those are normal modes of transportation around these parts.
Up and through here. Like that.
We don't have one.
We ain't got that like that. But it's nice to look at. A large population, in addition to, as pertains to wealth, have nannies and domestic helpers here. So we got a nanny. What's she at though? Me. Anywho, they have extra help. Like, they could be strolling through the mall with their children on a leisurely pace, and they have someone there, watching out for their kids and things for them. They could have like 2 kids and like 3 nannies. But why? I need one. They can send me one. Right? No? Okay, anyway. Yes, the opulence and the wealth. A1. The food is so good here. Like, bruh.
Certain places. I mean, everything is not great everywhere, so that expectation.
But that's
is not,
anywhere.
If anybody had that expectation, though, you can get terrible stuff here too. Like a lot of the chain restaurants, the taste doesn't translate, and I know things are adjusted for culture in some of the chains, but like I haven't had good fried chicken here ever.
I thought you liked what we get that one time?
The fake churches.
Yeah, and they ain't got biscuits. Like, they give you burger buns as your biscuits. Like,
Who does that?
where? Okay. We are almost to the end of these questions, y'all. Actually, it is the last question. Won't he do it? What are some things to do? Excuse me, in Dubai. Where's my birthday? Hold on. We gonna ask this question one more time. Hold on.
Have manners.
Okay, one more time.
Royal pebble stew or something.
That is tea. It's green tea. It's good for your metabolism and whatnot. What are some things to do in Dubai? It's so much.
A lot.
There's a whole lot.
It's a lot.
Anything you can think of, basically.
Yeah, desert
You can do
safaris. You want to skydive. You want to parasail.
You want to take an Uber helicopter? Go and get you one.
Do that. You want to throw a yacht party for the low. You can do that.
The brunches here are big time and delicious.
Yeah, some crazy brunch spots here. I mean, it is literally anything you can think of, with the exception of gambling, which was a tough sell for Keisha again to bring her here without that.
Yeah,
It's the only thing that you really can't find here, at least not legally.
don't buy into it. Don't they gamble at the Atlanta show? Like, where is it? Isn't there someplace?
Stop. There's no gambling.
So you can't do fantasy football because that's gambling.
It's not gambling if you're going to win.
That is gambling. Only one of y'all can win, so somebody gambling.
Yeah,
Everybody but the one person who won.
11. Watch me work.
How many times have you won though? How many fantasy teams have you won?
So that's gonna wrap up everything that we had though. Q&A session. My fantasy football game is crazy.
Right. Okay, guys, so that is all of our 20 questions. If you have any more questions that you would like us to answer, something, you know, that's been tickling your brain, leave it in the comment section down below. If you are not a part of our family, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Join the family. We fun. Hey, auntie. Hey, cousin. How you doing? If you like this video and you want more content like this, give us a good thumbs up or 10, and we will see you in the next video. What you think? You want to come back?
Peace.
Peace. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Bye. Yeah, I gotta say bye. Bye.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Table for 7 coming at you live and direct. I don't do this.
I'm the hype man. Okay, you gotta do it.
No, that was it. That's the actual intro.
All right, so let's
Stop. Peace.